टीवी देखते देखते पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि कितने नौजवानों की नौकरी की उम्र गुजर गई।
अरे फ्यूचर से इतना डरेगा तो क्या खाक जिएगा।
These are India's young people who are supposed to fuel the country's economy.
स्कूल के बाहर जब जिंदगी इम्तिहान लेती है तो सब्जेक्ट वाइज नहीं लेती।
सीबीएसई बोर्ड 10वीं और 12वीं की परीक्षा 15 फरवरी से शुरू होनी है। स्टूडेंट बोर्ड परीक्षा की तैयारियों में लगे हैं। इन छात्रों को एडमिट कार्ड का इंतजार है जो अब खत्म हो चुका है।
Taking a step ahead in the journey of Mission CBSE Fateh 2023 powered by Max Marks. Today we are here in the ambience of Dewan Public School and we are going to meet the principal, Dr. Mrs. Charu Kapoor, who was ex-principal of Ganga International School, Hiddenkunda, which is a renowned international residential school. And she is a well-experienced teacher of mathematics also. So I believe she is going to just calm down the rock and rolls going in the mind of the children, which are just going to face the examination 2023 in grade 10 and 12. So come, let's meet Mrs. Charu Kapoor. We are here with Charu ma'am and we have so many questions coming from the deck of students. Let's start with it, ma'am. Shall we begin?
Absolutely.
Okay. So the first question that comes is from some of the students that how can students gain confidence when appearing for the board examination?
I think a prior revision is very important. So they should keep taking small tests for themselves, simplify the information and then grab that accordingly. And they should maintain their non-stress levels instead of stress levels.
Exactly. I think that's very important.
And be happy. I mean, just an exam, you don't have to think this is the end of the world or something. So if you've been studying all along, there's nothing to worry. Exactly. It's part of life.
Good to hear. So I believe it's going to boost up the confidence of the students. And let's go for the next question. In what ways parents can help the student during board exam? You know, this is very important question because parents' role is very important.
Absolutely. I think in this, in the exams that is to come, parents play an immensely important role. Do not stress out your children. Do not force them to do work all the time. That's not possible. They need a lot of emotional support at this point of time. And that emotional support can only come with you sitting there as a parent with the child. You may not be able to teach them that very subject, but your presence is more than enough. A little hug is more than enough. A pat on the back is wonderful.
Yes. Wow,
so that's something which every parent should realize and speak.
Yes, ma'am. Good. I believe parents are looking at it, listening what ma'am is saying, and they are going to be a good support for their children so that their children come out with flying colors. And now we have next question. So some of the students are asking that during exams, how a student should manage the time so that all the question can be attempted and no question is left unattempted by the child.
It is very important, Anjana, that they take small practice tests. I repeat again, because here this is where you realize what area is taking more time. And then accordingly, you'll have to practice it more so that you reduce the time duration. And you know that you have to do something that you know best first. Choose up a section which you know best first. And then keep listening to things around that you have to cope up with the time. Practice is the only thing which can help them in that way.
Keep practicing.
Absolutely.
Yes, perfectly. And ma'am, as you are the subject expert of mathematics, I came to know you have a wonderful experience of mathematics. I think more than 22 years.
More than that, 30 years.
Yeah, that's good. And so few students are asking the question related to mathematics also, that what type of questions are most repeated in CBSE? See how they are so curious to know that maths expert is sitting with us. So she's going to give us the guidelines that what type of questions are expected. Like
What type of questions are expected? I think previous year's papers would say that, but then I know maths is a very loyal subject. I keep telling it to all my students. If you've practiced it, you've done it, then you know there's no need to fear it. But then if there are a few people who want to do it towards the end, then I'd advise them do last year's papers, last 5-7 years papers, the sample papers that has been issued by the CBSE, and along with that brush up with the formulas, brush up with the tricks particular questions have, and that's
Not to get fear of. Yes.
yeah, maths is very, very loyal, nothing to fear it.
And then we have another question, ma'am. Again, the question related to what you said, that solving the previous year question papers, would it be sufficient for appearing for maths exam preparation?
Well, really not. You have to brush up all your conceptual knowledge. You have to do the NCRT. This is an important thing to do, yes. But there are many other sample papers which are available in the market, available on the school the CBSE website. Assignments which the teachers have been giving. So question paper would be eventually coming from here, but if your concept is clear, it doesn't matter from where it comes.
Yes, I believe the question paper will just give them the guidance that
Yes.
how the blueprint would be and
Absolutely.
how the paper, the pattern of the paper, not
Absolutely.
exactly the questions that would be coming.
Oh, nobody would tell you the questions that are coming.
So, you know, the questions that are coming, they are just showing the anxiety, the curiosity that some subject expert is sitting here. Now she is going to reveal some, you know.
Oh, nothing like that. Nothing like that is about to happen. That's too dreamy.
So, we have another question, ma'am, that stress, anxiety, and peer pressure are very high during the crucial time of examination. So, what message will you give to the student in this regard? This is one of the questions coming from the parent that how
I
you
would
guide
say take a chill. It's just an exam. You've studied. Be confident in what you've done.
them? Parents won't let them chill. What do you say?
When I say chill, I do not mean leave studies. I mean maintain your confidence levels. What you've done, be confident of that. Trust yourself. Trust that you are going to do well in life. It doesn't mean leave studies, no ways.
Yeah, of course.
But yes, they have to trust their abilities, and if they've done it, they're definitely going to do it.
True, true.
And this is not the end of the world.
I agree.
There's a long path in
Long
life.
way to
This is
go.
just a little thing that happens, and you go on.
And we have one more last question coming here, that what are the vital to-dos for the student before, during, and exam, and like after the exam also?
Before the exam, revise. Again, I tell you, your short notes, your pointers, your timing tests, which I always say, and I've done it with my students with very fruitful results. The exam is for 3 hours. Practice that your paper is done in 2 hours, and then 1 hour give to the revision.
That's a wonderful tip.
Yes. And this is the time when you don't go back and revising. This is the time you solve the paper again, and you see that you match with what you've done.
Putting the question paper in
Yes.
front.
So this would help you in the time management, this would help you in the revision, and this would help you do well. And this will give you more confidence that I'm able, there's time, I'm able to change things, I'm able to handle things. So with that perspective, I think it's very important. This is how you handle.
Sometimes it happens that children are not able to come up to their expectations and they appear for the exam, and after that they are in the dilemma.
They
How
don't
much
have
will I
to be-
score? And
They don't,
it,
what is done is
yeah.
done. It's time to move on to the next one.
Sometimes they are
Life,
so stressed that their next exam is even affected. So what?
no, they
words-
don't have to do that. I think what's done, we close the chapter, we move on with the next, and make sure that we do our best in the next one. That's
So,
more important.
yes, final word for the students, please.
All the best. Do really well in life. An exam is important, but it's not the end of life or the only focus of life. There's a lot more to life. So move on, Be happy, be content in what you do, and be successful. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your
Pleasure.
words. So it's the time to sign off, and Anjana says goodbye to you, children. And I hope the tips that we have given you are really going to help you to boost up your confidence. And definitely don't forget to stay connected. Keep bringing your questions. We'll be visiting more schools, meeting more principals, more subject experts, and just subscribe and stay connected. Goodbye.